What's up, guys? It's your boy Mayon Jones here. We back here with another video, and this time we'll be doing our week. Now we're in the playoffs right now, because so far the NFL regular season come to an end. As right now we're in the playoffs, but we're gonna be doing our wild card round predictions for this week. So we're gonna get things started here. So before I give you my NFL wild card round predictions for this week, don't forget to put thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to my channel, more option, and comment down your opinion below to see who you got winning in the wild card round. So we're gonna get things started here. So we got this first game. We got the Los Angeles Rams facing against the Carolina Panthers. The Los Angeles Rams are 10.5-point favorites against the Carolina Panthers. So far, last time when these two teams played, I believe Carolina won that game by 3 points, which I believe so. So yeah, Carolina won that game by 3 points. So yeah, but I can see this game definitely going either way because Carolina's saying they're pretty much good at home as well, and Carolina has like proven to me they can beat a lot of good teams though because they found a way to beat a really good Packers team. And then they find a way to at least beat a good Rams team. Those are like two good teams in the NFL who they beat. And so far, Carolina has beaten the Cowboys. So yeah, so far Carolina has been on a roll so far. I mean, they've been finding ways to at least like close out games. They've been finding ways to finish. So yeah, and so far Carolina. When I look at the Panthers, I feel like this is a really bad matchup for Carolina in this game because the Rams pretty much have a pass rush that can really get after the quarterback, but their pass defense is not really great, but their run defense is really good. Carolina is just mid on defense, similar to LA, where Carolina's, their defense, they don't allow you to run them over. They don't give a lot of big explosive plays. Like their defense has been playing really good, and the offense has been a little bit up and down a little bit. When I look at the Rams, the Rams have one of the best offenses in football. And, Stafford is playing like an MVP right now. And, he literally has the most touchdowns in the league right now, which means he's one of the best quarterbacks that we ever seen. So, yeah, so basically, I'm looking forward to this game. I think it's going to come down to a wire to see who will control the ball more. But I think it's going to be LA though, because I feel like this is a spot where I think the Rams win because I feel like they really want that revenge because what happened in week 13 where Carolina has beat them by 3 points, where the Panthers defense forced a lot of turnovers. But I feel like this game, I think the Rams will probably at least just like do a good job controlling the game, keeping, Bryce Young off the field and keep the Panthers defense on their toes. But I can see it being a high scoring game. But I don't really think Carolina is going to be able to keep up though with the Rams because the Rams pretty much have a high powered offense and they have one of the best passing offenses in football. So I think this is a game where I think the Rams can win. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Rams to win. And even though the spread is big at 10.5, I'm going to take them to cover as well because I just don't really think the Panthers offense is going to be able to do enough to keep up. And I think the Rams offense is just going to at least find a way to overpower them because I still don't believe in the Panthers defense enough to get stops. So I'm just going to take the Rams to win, and I'll take them to cover that big spread as well. So I'm going to say the Rams win like a 34-23 or like maybe like a 37-23 or 37 to like 27. Maybe they win by double digits. Who knows? Because I just feel like the Rams are just a much more complete team and have the better quarterback and coaching staff. So I'll take the Rams to win and cover. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers against Chicago Bears. The Bears are one. I mean, the Bears were favored, but now Green Bay is favored at 1.5. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they're favorite, but we'll see. Now, I feel like the reason why Green Bay is favored to win this game is because, Green Bay, they're only favored because, because of Jordan Love and, Caleb Williams, I don't really know who has more playoff experience, either Jordan Love or Caleb Williams, because this is like the first time Caleb Williams had made the playoffs in his career, especially in his second year. But this game right here can definitely go either way because the Bears sometimes find a way to lose at home. Sometimes because we see them lost at home against the Lions and we lost at home against the Vikings. But now the Packers, when I look at this Packers team, the Packers so far have been on a losing streak so far. And, their defense, when I look at it, it's not been the same without Micah Parsons. Somehow the offense is doing their thing. And, the offense is really doing their thing, putting points on the board. And the Bears offense so far has been playing really good for the most part because we've seen the Bears struggle against the Lions before where their offense kind of struggled to get something going and then their defense blew the game. So basically the game right here can definitely go either way though for sure because the Bears are good at home and sometimes they find a way to lose at home sometimes against these good teams. But when I look at it, it depends on which offense who I trust more because so far the Bears offense is one of the best in football because they can run the football at a high level. They can throw at a high level. Caleb Williams is playing really good football. He looked like one of the best second and third down quarterbacks I've ever seen, especially one of the best fourth down quarterbacks I've ever seen. And Ben Johnson so far, he's doing his thing right now. I mean, he's doing a really good job scheming things up offensively. He's doing a really good job of the offense so far, finding a rhythm, especially with the run game and the passing game. And his scheme's been really good. And so far, when I look at the Bears' defense, they're leading the league in turnovers. But their defense so far hasn't been playing really well. They're forcing turnovers. They're stopping the run, giving the pass game issues. But they're really not great against the pass. And sometimes they're not good against the run. But when I look at it, I just really think that, when I look at, the Bears, so far, when I look at the Packers so far, they have a really good offense though, and they can throw the football at a high level. I mean, their run game has been mediocre, mid at best. I mean, it's been like mid at best, but it's not been great. Their O-line is probably not playing as great. Now their defense so far has been up and down. They have not been the same, They have not been the same without, Micah Parsons. Because we totally seen a couple weeks ago that this defense got ran on by Derrick Henry, where Derrick Henry ran for over 200 rushing yards. And the Ravens ran the ball for a couple times, and they ran for 300 yards. I feel like the Bears can do what they did, against like the Eagles, run the ball multiple times as much as you want, create some play action, which I kind of really think that, that the Bears, are probably going to like throw. Like the Packers do got great linebackers, but I really think that the Bears offense, like their receivers are just going to run the route and they're going to like throw past these linebackers and these DBs and all that. Because we know the Packers already signed Trayvon Diggs. We know Trayvon Diggs seems like he's not the same player like he used to be. So I think, and Caleb Williams, he's been really good with his deep balls, and he's been really good at beating man coverage, because, the Packers sometimes like to play a lot of man. They play a lot of zone, and Caleb Williams does a really good job with that. And Jordan Love does a really good job with that too, beating man coverage and zone. And we know the Bears, they've been playing a lot of zone on defense. So, yeah, both quarterbacks are really good at beating these zone coverages and all that, but when I look at, the Bears, they pretty much got some receivers that can really rip up any defense like the Packers, like DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Colston Loveland, Luther Burton, Cole Kmet, all these weapons they have on the offense. And they can run the football with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. So, yeah. But I look at the Bears, they're starting to get healthier offensively. Like, they're getting Rome Odunze back because, he hasn't played since week 13. He hasn't played in about a month now. So now that's a huge boost to that offense. I feel like he can have a good game here. But I kind of really feel like this game right here is going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be close. But it's hard to choose who I want to trust here because last time when these two teams played, They both played twice. The Packers won the first matchup, and the Bears won the second matchup though, where the game was in overtime. And Caleb Williams threw a touchdown pass to DJ Moore in the end zone. I need them to see them get DJ Moore involved, and I hope they get Rome Odunze involved as well. Cole Kmet, he's been up and down. They haven't been getting involved as much. They've been using Loveland more at the tight end position. And Burton's been excellent. So, yeah, I think this game right here is going to be close. I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game because the Bears' defense has not been really good lately. I mean, trust me, we've seen that Niners game where they gave up 40-plus points to them. But I really think the Bears defense, did play a lot better in that game against the Lions, though, a little bit. But I think the game will be a lot closer to the end. But the games is probably in Chicago. So I'm going to take the Bears to win this game as an underdog because the Bears are really good as an underdog in this game. I'm taking the Bears to win because I just really think that the Bears offense, like Ben Johnson, is going to do a really good job scheming up Jeff Hafley's defense. And I think he's going to find an answer for the Packers defense without Parsons, And I really trust the Bears offense more to move the football and score points. So I think the Bears win this game. I think they either win by a touchdown or maybe they win by a field goal. So, yeah. So I'll take the Bears to win straight up. But would I be shocked that Green Bay won? Nah, but I just have a feeling that the Bears have a lot of momentum right now, and they've been playing good football for weeks. So, and especially I trust their defense more since they're playing a lot more better on defense more than the Packers are. And the Packers have not been the same without Parsons. So, I think the Bears win this game. All right, next game. We have the Buffalo Bills against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Buffalo Bills are 1.5-point favorites against the Jags. I don't know why. I feel like the reason why that Buffalo is favored in this game because, the Bills are only favored because of Josh Allen, and they made Jacksonville's underdog. So yeah. So basically, this game right here can definitely go either way because Jacksonville at times find a way to lose. Jacksonville at home sometimes are not good because they just let teams go on the road and torch them. And so far, when I look at Jacksonville, their offense has totally been mid. Like, it's been like top 10 at best. Because, their offense, they got the 11th best offense right now. They're 12th in passing, 20th in rushing because their run game has not been great. And so far, the Bills have a better run game as well. But when I look at the Bills' defense, they have been bad against the run. And Jacksonville is good against the run as well. I mean, Jacksonville has a better run defense. But the Bills do have a really good pass defense as well. But I just don't really know who I want to win. Because I just really think that when I look at Jacksonville, like the question is, can Jacksonville's offense keep up? Because we don't know. Because I feel like Trevor Lawrence is a bit overrated. And we know Josh Allen, he's one of those best third down quarterbacks. He likes to run around and make a route and all that. So, yeah. And I just really think that, Jacksonville, they have not been good against the pass lately, but I just don't really know if I trust Jacksonville's pass defense. Because Jacksonville, so far, their pass defense, when I look at it, like they give us so many explosive plays. And Josh Allen does a really good job, seeing the field and running around and doing all that. Like, he does a really good job with that. And, when I look at it so far, like, the Bills can run the football at a high level, and James Cook's one of the best running backs in football. That's something that Jacksonville's going to have to watch out for because they have one of the best run defenses in football. But even though the Bills don't have a lot of good weapons, Josh Allen can totally take advantage of a Jags pass defense that's not been playing great because Jacksonville's, they're like bottom 20 against the pass lately. so far. So yeah. So I'm gonna look at the Bills' injuries to see what they have. Now the Bills do have so many injuries on their defense, which it is killing them a little bit because now Hamlin's already out. He's on IR. Barnard is out with a calf. Shaq Thompson's questionable with a neck. Maxwell Harris is out due to an ankle injury. Taylor Rapp is out. Ed Oliver is out with a knee. Darius Slade due to a personal matter. Dalton Kincaid, he's questionable with a knee, and we know he hasn't been trending. I mean, he's healthy now, which I think the Bills could totally use him. So yeah, so basically, playing in Jacksonville is feeling like it is a tough place to play at because of the environment, which I pretty much understand. But last time, when I saw this matchup, the Bills did crush them. But I feel like this game right here is going to be a lot closer and competitive to where it was. But it depends on which offense who I trust more because Jacksonville's offense is playing a high level. But I really think it's going to be a little bit of a higher scoring game, in my opinion. But I feel like this game will be a lot closer. But in my opinion, I think the Bills are a better team than Jacksonville. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take the Bills to win the game because I just really think the Bills are just a more complete team and pretty much have the better quarterback and they have a better coaching staff as well. And I just really trust the Bills offense to at least like control the game, keep Trevor Lawrence off the sideline, and I think their defense can dominate in this game. But I feel like the only way Jacksonville wins this game is that if Jacksonville, defense can at least like get some stops, and then if they can control the game, keep Josh Allen on the field and all that. So yeah, and especially we seen these two teams play in the playoffs like 8 years ago, where Jacksonville, has won a playoff game. The Bills went one and done. But I feel like this is a game I think this is the different year, which I think this is a game I think the Bills win this game. But I'll take the Bills to win, but I'll take Jacksonville with the points because I think Jacksonville will do enough to cover this game, and they're really good at covering spreads. So I'll take them to cover as well. So yeah, but I think the Bills will come up on top. All right, next game we have the San Francisco 49ers against the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly is 5.5 point favorites against the Niners. This game right here can definitely go either way because Philly at home is pretty tough to play at though, and Philly does have a great defense so far, similar to San Francisco's. But so far, San Francisco's defense, they've been like the Niners' defense. They have been a little bit mid for the most part, but you can just argue saying that they both of their defenses are a bit mid. I mean, Eagles do have a better pass defense than San Fran because San Fran's pass defense is not great, but the Niners have a great run defense and Philly's run defense isn't great. But when I look at their offense so far, I mean, the Niners' offense so far, they are like top 10 in points per drive, and they're good on third down as well. And Brock Purdy seems like he's one of those best third down quarterbacks we ever seen. But when I look at Philly's offense, has totally been not great so far. I mean, they can't throw the football, they can't run the football, and we already know the Niners so far can't run the football as well because their run game has been a little bit up and down for the most part. But I can really say that the Niners passing offense is really good because they really have a top 5 passing offense though. I mean, I feel like they do got great weapons like Juwan James, Ricky Pearsall, and then they got George Kittle. Like those guys could be a problem. And guys have been stepping up since Brandon Ayuk's been back. But when I look at the Niners, they have injuries, like George Kittle, he's questionable with an ankle injury. Keon White's questionable with a knee injury. Like Yetter Gross Models, He has a knee injury, which he's questionable. Ricky Pearsall's questionable with the knee injury. Trent Williams is as well. He was practicing, so most of them did practice, so they should be able to play. So yeah, basically the Niners do have some injuries on the defensive side of the ball, especially on the offense. I mean, if they're missing half of their offense, I have a feeling that can lead to an Eagles victory because the Eagles look more healthier on offense because they got AJ, they got some weapons that can really rip up any defense like the Niners. Like they got AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert. But the only thing that I think the Eagles can win this game is that if they control the game, keep the Niners defense on their heels, keep Purdy off the field, because we already know Purdy. He's healthy now, which I think he's gonna play, and because last time when we see these two teams played, especially in the playoffs like 2 years ago, the Eagles end up beating them. They end up destroying them, like they pretty much did. And the Niners can really do much though in this game. And then when I look at it, from the most part, I just really think that the Niners, like if the Eagles, defense, if they can find a way to control, find a way to shut down the Niners offense, and then their offense can drive down the field, I think the Eagles can win this game though. But at the same time, I don't know if I really trust his offense enough to get past his injured Niners defense. Because so far, when the Niners dealing with injuries on defense, they've been playing really good on defense. I mean, without Fred Warner and without Nick Bosa. And it's been working for them. So, yeah. And I feel like Trent Williams coming back could totally help their O-line play a lot better. Because, Because, but I feel like Robert Saleh is probably going to get his guys going, though. Because, his defense, against Philly's offense, I feel like he can do a really good job containing Philly's offense. And then I just really think that, if the Eagles so yeah, because I feel like the Niners can get something going offensively, they might be able to have a chance to win this game because so far, last time because we seen that week 3 against against the Seahawks, we seen them struggle offensively. Because we seen them struggle offensively against Seattle's defense so far. And they had 3 points in that game. Because I just really think that, it's hard to see who I trust to win this game because I don't really know. It's only tough to choose because there's almost like my trap game in the week because I don't know who I really want to win because I feel like the game can go either way. But at the same time, you know, I just really have a feeling that, I kind of really trust the Niners offense more to get it done than the Eagles because the Eagles at times seem like they struggle to like get things going offensively when they play against these defenses. So I'm just going to call an upset. So I'm going to take the 49ers to win because I just really trust the Niners coaching more than the Eagles. And I think the Niners do have a better coaching staff than Philly. And I just really think they pretty much have a better offense than them. Because I really trust their offense to get it done more than Philly. And I just really think their defense can do a really good job stopping the run, stopping the pass as well, because they're playing against an Eagles team that can't really throw the football and have a lack of passing game. So I think the Niners defense, even though the Eagles have a lot of good weapons, they can play a lot of man coverage as well and play a lot of zone. So, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if Philly shocked if Philly pulled off the upset. But I just really trust the Niners more to get it done. So I'm going to take the Niners as my upset pick. Then we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Los Angeles Chargers against the New England Patriots. the Patrons are 3.5-point favorites against the Chargers. Obviously, this game right here, it can go either way. This could be a classic game. Two of the best quarterbacks playing at a high level. Both of them have a great offense. Both of them have a top defense. We're probably going to see who I really trust more. Now, when I look at the Chargers so far, the Chargers have a really good offensive line, but it is dealing with injuries. But they're deep, but it has been playing really well though. And even without Hampton, they've been running the football well a little bit. And then when I look at their defense, it's top 3 in the league. They're good against the pass, they're good against the run. Same thing with New England. Their defense is good on both sides against the run and the pass. And the Chargers offense is top 10, and so is the Patriots. But I could totally see this game being a lower scoring game because both of their defenses are really good. Or I could see an offensive game because both of their offenses, I can see both of their offenses, scores in the 30s or the 40s because this could totally be game of the week though. Because Herbert's playing at a high level, so is Drake May. But, both these two teams like to play a lot of zone on defense. Sometimes they give up big plays here and there. But it's hard to see who I really trust more in this game because this game right here, like I said, can totally go either way. Like this could totally be like a really good game. So so this can totally go either way, but I don't know who I trust more. I mean, both of their quarterbacks are really good. I mean, both of them. I mean, the Patriots, when I look at it, they have a really good offensive line, but their D line, they don't have a great pass rush, and neither the Chargers do. But so this is kind of hard to choose, but I don't really know because sometimes the Patriots suck at home, sometimes against these good teams. But this can go either way. But I think the game can be close though. But I'm gonna go with the Patrons here to win this game because I just really feel like the Patrons, they're at home in this game, and I really think their offense, they have a better, they're more healthy on the offensive line, and I really think they can get something going, and I really think their defense can match up well with the Chargers receiver because they have the corners to match up well with the Chargers receivers, and then when I look at the Chargers secondary, they don't really have the corners to match up well with Stephon Diggs or and all that. So I feel like he could be a problem for that Chargers secondary because the Chargers, they like to play a lot of zone. So and I like how the way they play soft zone coverage against good quarterbacks. And Drake May, he's been really good against zone coverage as well. And Herbert has been good against that too. So I just really trust the Patriots defense to get it done. I think the Patriots defense can do a defense will probably have more plays there, which I think the Chargers, where their offensive line will be, is their Achilles heel because of the injuries they have. And I just don't know if I don't really think Herbert's gonna have enough time, to do it though. And especially the Patriots, they have one of the best run defenses in football, and they can stop the run really well. And the Patriots so far, I feel like they can get the run game going because I feel like if they can run the football, they can control the game. So I'll take the Patrons to win, and I'll take them to cover as well. So, maybe like a 27-23, 27-24, 24-20, 20-17, more like a lower scoring game or a higher scoring game. So, I'll take the Patrons both ways. I'll take them to win and cover. Then last game, we got the Monday game. We got the Houston Texans against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is on a Monday, which that's totally my birthday. So I can't wait to watch this game. Houston is 3-point favorites against the Steelers. This game right here can totally go either way. Now, I just really feel like I just really feel like when you look at it, I just really think that that the game can go either way, and both these two teams have a really great defense. The Steelers are good at home on defense as well. We've seen the Steelers defense find ways to get after the quarterback and confuse, because their defense is good at home. They will be getting DK Metcalf back, which has a huge boost to their offense. And when I look at it, the question is, can the Steelers, defense can find a way to limit CJ Stroud? That's the question. But when I look at their offense, it's been up and down a little bit. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's been playing a little bit good football. Like, even without DK Metcalf at that Ravens game, the Steelers offense was able to find rhythm. But I don't even know they're going to be able to do that against this Texans defense, because this Texans defense has been for real. Like, it's been playing really good. I mean, they have number one defense in football. Like, they don't give up a lot of explosive plays. They don't allow you to run them over. Like it's been one of the best in football. Like, they stop the pass really good. They stop the run really good. Which I just don't really know if the Steelers are going to be able to run the ball in this game, because the Texans have a really good defense. Like I said, they have a great pass rush that can get after the quarterback, and they have a top passing defense as well. But I just don't really know if the Texans defense, because if the Steelers are on those second, third, and longs on these on multiple drives, you know, it's probably gonna be a long day, because the Texans defense is really good on second, third, and longs, and they're really good on fourth down as well. They're really good on third and fourth down, where they give you issues. But especially when I look at it from a standpoint, the Texans offense has been playing a lot better football right now. I mean they've been finding rhythm. They're finding a way to put points on the board. So yeah, but it's hard to see which offense who I trust more, because because I feel like both of their defenses are like really good. Especially Steelers don't have a great defense, but they're good against the run, but not good against the pass. But I feel like CJ Stroud can have a little time to get his guys opened, like Nico Collins and all that, Dalton Schultz, like Christian Kirk. Like, I feel like he's gonna have enough time to do that. And I just really feel like the Texans O line, both their offensive lines are not good, but the Texans, they've been starting to run the football a little bit better, but they don't have a good running game. And Pittsburgh, they pretty much don't have a strong running game as well. But Jalen Warren's been cooking lately, but the Steelers had run game has been a little bit up and down. But yeah, but I just don't feel like both teams are gonna be able to run the ball much. But I feel like both teams can throw the ball. But I just really feel like if the Texans, if the Steelers defense can dominate in this game, I think the Texans offense will find a way. I feel like that the Steelers can find a way to win this game. But if their defense dominates, I feel like they can win this game. But because so far the Texans offense has been playing a little bit better lately. Like, they're throwing the football a little bit, like, yeah. But I feel like this is kind of a bad matchup, because the Steelers don't have a good offensive line, but they have a great pass rush, and they have a good secondary, but they give up big plays here and there. And CJ Stroud's really good at B man coverage, and we know the Steelers like to play a lot of man coverage and all that. So yeah. So I feel like this game is gonna be a good game to watch. I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing for that. But this is kind of my trap game of the week, so it can go either way. But I'm gonna go with the Texans to win this game, because I just really think the Texans are just a more complete team, and they pretty much have a better defense in my opinion. So, and I think their defense will make more plays, where I think the Steelers' offensive line will be their Achilles heel, and I just don't really think that the Steelers are going to offensive line is going to be able to produce in this game. against this Texans defense. Like we seen what the Texans did to the Chiefs. We see them shut out the Chiefs by double digits. We could totally see the same thing with the Texans. They could totally beat them by double digits because if Houston, if they can get up early, they can totally blow the Steelers out, which they pretty much can. Because the Steelers don't have as good of an offense, and they're really not good against top defenses in football. So I think it's gonna be a lower scoring game, maybe like 17-14, or maybe like 17-10, or like something like that. Like it could be a lower scoring game, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just take the Texans to win this game, and I'll take them to cover as well. But I would not be surprised if the Steelers won this game. But I just have a feeling that Houston's just an overall better team, and that's why I'm picking the Texans to win and to cover. Well, those are all my wild card picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you think I could be right, or you think I could be wrong? Just let me know what you guys think. Well, again, this is Emmanuel Jones, a big fan. Thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel. You can see more of my NFL predictions through my playlist. So yeah, so thank you for your time, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.